Once upon a time, in the middle of a deep and mysterious forest, there was a calm and peaceful lake. On the shore of this lake stood an abandoned house. The villagers believed that this house was cursed and that strange things happened inside. No one dared to approach it until a young woman named Mary decided to spend a night in this old house. Curiosity led Mary to the house. Despite hearing the stories, she wanted to unravel the mystery of this house. One night, she set out with a few friends to the lake house. The door of the house was rusty and old, but when they opened it, they found some furniture and belongings inside. The silence in the house created a chilling atmosphere. On the first night, they spent time with their friends making jokes, but Mary couldn't shake the feeling of unease. On the second day, they went swimming in the lake, but upon their return, they noticed that something was amiss. Items had disappeared, and the chairs had been rearranged. However, her friends dismissed it as a prank and continued to tell scary stories. The third night brought an even stranger turn of events in the lake house. When Mary got up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, she saw a shadow in the mirror. Startled, she turned around, and the same shadow was right behind her. The shadow began to approach her, and Mary could see her own face in the shadow. She screamed in terror, but when her friends rushed into the room, the shadow had vanished. Her friends assured her that it was just her imagination running wild. However, Mary knew she could no longer stay in the house. The next day, despite her friends' attempts to convince her otherwise, she was determined to leave. As she walked away from the house, she couldn't help but look back. What she saw froze her with fear. Through the window, she saw a tearful, pallid face staring back at her. Mary and her friends fled from the scene and never returned to the house again. After the incident, the villagers accepted that the lake house was cursed, and it was haunted by something that would never leave them in peace. This terrifying experience haunted Mary for the rest of her life, and the secret of the lake house remained unsolved. Perhaps that old lake house still stands in the heart of the forest, its dark secrets known to none. But one thing is certain: avoid staying in that house, for there may be strange and terrifying things happening there.